Okay, so are we live? Let me have a look. Are we live? Are we live?
Hi.
We are live. We are live. Okay. So, welcome to yet another episode of Make It Happen Monday. Monday it is. How is everybody doing? Man, how was the weekend? Come on. If you guys are watching live, give me a hashtag live in the comments. Let's connect, guys. Let's connect. Let's engage. And I've been saying it. I really want you guys to engage. Put your questions up. If you can't comment, just DM me the questions, the confusions that you are having. We over here, look, every Monday, the reason for Make It Happen Monday is to make it happen. Right? We are not here to sell. I'm not here to pitch you anything, but the whole idea of Make It Happen Monday was to come live, to come out every Monday or every week to answer the questions that you have, to answer the confusions that you have. Look, some people are in the process of buying their first investment or just thinking about buying their first investment, or they're confused that they should even buy an investment property or not. On the other hand, some people are looking to buy their second, third, or they already have investment properties, but they don't know if they should go for another one or not. There are people who don't know what kind of an investment property they should get into. They don't know how to structure their loans. They don't know the finance side of it. They don't know the tech side of things. So that is the reason we are here. And I know I've been saying this, but I will try more to get the professionals on board on these lives so that we can have a professional's view and idea on how these things work. When I say professionals, mortgage brokers, accountants, conveyancers. So we want to get these people over here so they can talk about their expertise. Look, I can talk about investment. I can talk about investment strategies. I can talk about how to build up the portfolio. I can talk about what kind of an investment, what kind of a product, what kind of an asset that we need to go into. But to talk about finance, loan in simple words, or to talk about tax, that is not my specialty. I know the finance side of it, I know the structuring side of it, but I am not the one who does it, so I do not want to talk about that. But at the same time, these are very important steps and parts of an investment journey. So that's why we are here, and I really, really want to answer your questions and your confusions and things that you are worried about, things that keeps you up at night whenever you think about investing into a property, whenever you think about buying a house, whenever you think about buying any tangible asset. We are here to answer those questions because there's actually one thing that I've been thinking about. I haven't told this publicly and no one knows, but I don't know. I'm thinking about sharing that story to give you a better idea and to give you that you are not the only one in this boat. uh, I know where you're coming from. I know all the struggles. I know when you're scared and you're terrified when going out and buying your first investment property, or just think about investing into such a big asset and spending that much amount. I know where you're coming from because I've been in the shoes. I know how it feels. I know the problems that you can face. I know what are your worst nightmares and what are you worried about. What if you lose your money? What if you lose your uh, what if you don't get any returns? What if the market goes down? What if am I really timing the market right? Look, first of all, nobody has ever timed the market. No matter if they have a portfolio of one, five, 10, or 15 properties, you cannot time the market. Because I'll give you a simple example. Look, the only whenever you're listening in the news about the market has gone down, there'll be a crash, the market can't go up, or the market is about to go down, and you're like, look, I'll just wait right now because the market is about to go down. Remember this one small thing. There is a market within a market. So there are micro markets in the market of real estate. So at any given time, there are a few markets which are already going up, which are about to go up, which are going to see that boom. And you do not see that in the news. You cannot see that on the big picture in the headlines that look, this exact market is going up or this exact market is going up, but this is what's happening in this specific market. When I say this specific market, I'm talking about the areas, the suburbs. When you listen, when you see the news and they tell you that the market is about to drop, do you think that every single suburb in Australia is going down? Down. It is never the case. I can bet on that. You can ask that from any single professional, any single investor, any single person who knows property market and who knows real estate. Not every single market goes down whenever you hear in the news that the market is dropping. There are still areas, there are still suburbs which are on the verge of booming. So what we do as investors, we look at that suburbs and try to grab those booms. At the same time, there's another problem that people face. Number one, stop timing the market. If you're ready, now is the right time, now is the right market. People who have been thinking from hypothetically last 2 years that look, I'm gonna buy when the market will drop, I'm gonna buy when the market will drop. Trust me, I know a lot of people, they're still thinking and they're still waiting about buying the market. And on the other hand, people who took action at that time, number one, they're sitting on a good equity. Number two, they are getting the returns on their investments. And what are you doing? Look, inflation was high, everything went high, your money in the bank didn't grow, it just went down. When inflation goes high, money in the bank goes down. You gotta understand that. So money in your bank account, trust me, it's not growing by itself, and it's never gonna grow. It is just gonna go down. So stop waiting and start taking action, because they say, look, if you don't take action, your situation ain't gonna change. And if you wanna get wealthy when you retire, if you wanna be wealthy when you retire, you gotta take action now. And that is the number one mistake or problem that new investors are making. They're trying to time the market. Stop trying timing the market. Start taking action. Because just by thinking, you cannot get wealthy. And number two, how do you actually get wealthy? For somebody who is thinking that should they buy an investment property, or the money that they have, should they invest in stocks or crypto or whatsoever? Look, stocks, I don't know about you, it's my personal opinion, but stocks are gambling. If you're sitting down, you're looking at the stocks, okay, in one day the stock went up, the stock went down, it's not stable. It's not stable. So you need something tangible, something stable for your investment that guarantees you the returns that you want on the money that you have invested. Crypto, uh, who's gonna wait for all those bull runs? I know people who have lost 60, 70, 80% of their investment in crypto. So would you invest in something which does not know if you're gonna um, you don't know if you're gonna get the returns on those investments or not? It's a gamble. Like, you don't know. You are relying on the market, you are relying if the crypto is gonna go up, if it's gonna come down, you don't know. But real estate, number one, it's a long-term game. So stop having that, stop being short-sighted. Stop being short-sighted. It is a long-term game. You gotta think long-term. Man, you have no idea how many people I come across, and they want their properties to get doubled in 6 months. 6 months. Man, real estate is a long-term game, and you gotta treat it as a long-term game. Look, if you wanna retire wealthy, if you wanna retire rich, there are hundreds and hundreds of examples of people. Look, the top millionaires and billionaires, do you think they made all those money through businesses or through jobs? Let's put it this way, or they got increments in their salaries and they became millionaires and billionaires. Not even million, I'm talking multimillionaires and billionaires. 90% of the multimillionaires and billionaires got wealthy through real estate. That is the only vehicle that guarantees us that it's gonna give us the return. But you gotta treat it that way. You gotta treat it like a long-term game. Real estate, general rule of thumb, real estate doubles every 10 years. That's the cycle that it goes to. So if, and that is the reason, if you start now, only then you can get up to the point where you are retiring and you are wealthy and you got the money. Because at the end of the day, super, mate, I have no idea how many months or years are you gonna survive on the super that you have saved up. You gotta look, the name of the game, leverage. You gotta leverage the money that you have. You gotta leverage the super that you have to multiply the returns. You gotta leverage the savings that you have to multiply the returns. And at the same time, we want cash flow. Everybody wants cash flow. Bank wants cash flow. So you have to strategize in a way where you are getting the capital growth plus the cash flow. Cash flow is king. No matter what everybody says, cash flow is king. It is, what I'm going to say is controversial, but I personally believe and what I personally act on and what I personally do is all regarding cash flow. If you're not getting cash flow, you're not there. Those old strategies of negatively gearing, just invest because of tax, mate. Millionaires, people who are making millions of dollars every year, they do that because they're giving a lot of tax. They're giving a lot of money to the bank, to the government, and they don't want to do that. So what they do, they buy negatively geared properties, they build up an asset, and they minimize their tax. But you working 9 to 5, you busting your ass every single week uh, to provide for the family, to save up for yourself, to have a good future, and you buying negatively geared properties just so you can save tax. For me, that's stupid. Like, I believe in positively geared properties. I believe in cash flow, and that's what I tell all my clients, everybody out there, build up that cash flow first. Because at the end of the day, you'll be sitting down, and the banks will tell you to go away because you can't get any more finance, any more loan. You got no serviceability. What are you gonna do with all that money? Look, cash is good, but cash flow is king. They gotta focus on that cash flow. So, uh, if you wanna retire rich, look, that's what we did. The story that I was telling you that I've never told anybody was, look, we didn't have the money. We didn't have the money, but we really wanted to get into investment. So what we did, we didn't even had the money to for the deposit. But we had that cash flow, money was coming in everyone, but we just didn't have that money saved up. This is not for everybody to do. I do not tell everybody to do that. That depends on everybody's scenarios and finances and situations. But for us, what we did was we got a loan for the deposit of a property, and from that loan, we paid the deposit and we built up our first investment property. We wanted to get into the market. We wanted to start that portfolio. But as I said, I do not recommend that to anybody else until and unless you have the situation, you have the cash flow, you have got the money coming in to pay up for that house. Or best case scenario, as I said, positive cash flow. The house pays for itself. You just pay for the deposit money that you have bought. So that's what we did. But at the same time, if you are starting out right now, you have the deposit saved up. Stop waiting. Stop timing the market. Stop listening to your friends or families or people that or your friends that you meet up at cafes or dinners, and they tell you, look, market's gonna drop, don't buy right now, wait. And if you ask them, even he doesn't own an investment property. So talk to a professional. There are always markets within markets which are growing, and if you get in the right area, get in the right suburb, real estate will never give you the loss. It will never. Your money is not going anywhere. Real estate is something which guarantees you the returns and the profits if done rightly and if you have the patience to wait. I think that's, oh my god, that was intense. But look, at this, before I go, stop timing the market, plan for your future, talk to a professional, and just get into the market. Start building up your retirement. Start building up your retirement right now. What the hell are you waiting for? And with that said, I'll see you next week. Make it happen Monday. You guys have a great week. And please send me some questions. Ask. Or you guys know everything. Any confusions, anything, ask. Keep send me a DM. Type in the comments below, and I will see you next week.